Okay, so we're going to talk about vertical angles first and angle relationships and solving for the missing angle. Vertical angles are directly opposite each other when two lines cross. They are congruent. So if you know one angle, you know the other one. So if this angle is 85 degrees, the angle directly opposite is 85 degrees. If you look a little bit closer, you can see that the 85-degree angle and the angle next to it make a straight angle, and that is 180 degrees. So I can find the angle next to the red one, the blue angle, by saying it's 180 minus 85 degrees, which gives you 95 degrees. So vertical angles are congruent or exactly equal. The next thing I wanted to talk about was angles in two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Two parallel lines cut by a transversal, and there are some angles that are congruent here also. Angles that are congruent are corresponding angles. Are congruent to each other, alternate interior. And alternate exterior. They're all congruent to each other. So if you have the drawing of two parallel lines cut by a transversal, you can actually find there's only two angles in the whole thing. So you can say this angle and this angle are congruent because they're vertical. And then this angle and this angle are congruent because they're corresponding. Here's another one that's vertical. So those angles are all congruent. The blue angle and the other vertical angle are congruent. The first blue one is congruent to this one because they're corresponding, and then it has another vertical angle. The two inside blue angles are alternate interior, two inside yellow ones are alternate interior, and the alternate exteriors are also congruent. If you know one angle in this whole setup, you can find everything. So if I tell you that this angle's 120 degrees, the vertical angle for it is 120 degrees. This one's 120, this one's 120. And the angles vertical to it, or the angles next to it are supplementary to it. They make a straight angle. So this one has to be 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. So if you know one angle, you can find all 8 of those angles. I want you to remember something you learned in 6th grade. If you have a triangle, all 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So all 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal 180 degrees. So if I tell you that angle 1 equals 50 degrees and angle 2 equals 90 degrees, angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees minus 50 plus 90, and that will equal 40 degrees. If you have, I'm going to do one example problem that's a little bit more difficult to find all the angles in a little drawing. Draw a long line. There we go. So I'm going to tell you that this angle is 50 degrees. This angle is 60 degrees. Find all the rest of the angles. So you start off by finding the angle in the triangle. So this is the first one you're going to find. So angle 1 is going to be equal to 180, because all the three angles in a triangle are 180, minus 50 plus 60. So that's 180 minus 110 is equal to 70 degrees. Once you know that angle is 70 degrees, you can find angle 2 by saying that angle 1 and angle 2 make a straight angle. So that's equal to 180 degrees minus angle 1, which is equal to 180 minus 70 is equal to 110 degrees. Okay. Angle 3 up here is vertical to angle 6, so it's 60 degrees. Angle 3 is vertical to 60 degrees, and it equals 60. Angle 4. Angle 4 is equal to 180 minus 60 because it makes a straight angle. So that's equal to 120. And angle 5 is vertical to angle 4, so it's 120. And the last angle to find is right next to the 50 degrees. And it's a straight angle, so it's 180 minus 50. That gives us 130 degrees. So that's how you find the missing angles.